Welcome back to the Pale Fort. Hello, KO2. Meet Indolent Scotty. God, what a week I've had. Let me tell you. So, I went to buy the full version of the game. For some reason, it wasn't accepting the free trial account. So, I had to spend all of last week leveling up a new character, which I eventually settled on the Viera. And then the DDoS attack happened. So all internet connection to Primal was was kind of fucked up for like days. So I had to start from scratch, level a Marauder again, get Dark Knight, level that up again, and then get to the end of Heaven's Lord and the cusp of Stormblood. Did the Final Fantasy 15 crossover event again to get this neat little glamour, and yeah, that's where I've been. Alchemist Heps, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Pale Fort. Kick back and relax. So, you know, that's been a week. So, fool, you should have asked me for help. I don't want to bother my followers. Next time I run into trouble, I'll come to KO2 for help, though. Yeah. Chat is set to follower only mode for 10 minutes. Got to be followed for 10 minutes to talk, just to avoid any bot or hate rates. So, sorry, Alchemist Tips. Gotta wait a little before you can talk in chat. But, welcome to Belfort. Do you play on Steam or... No, I play on the regular launcher. Anyhow. Let us proceed with La Story. Anyway, full game now, bot. Let's continue to Stormblood. Beyond the Great Wall, Alphino is a man with a great deal on his mind, which is amazing considering he's not a man but a 16-year-old boy.
The question is, how will the Empire respond to the disappearance of Omega and the Primal? Oh, I didn't see you there. Forgive me. Word from Baelsar's wall is proving long in the coming, and my mind cannot help but stray to grim places.
Okay. Hey, Tataros.
Alphino, a message from the Alliance.
It's about time. Pray summon the others at once.
No.
Yes, sir.
Damn it, Totoro. I forgot.
General Uldin reports that his forces have secured the breach in Baelsar's wall.
Cool. I didn't know there was a breach.
Primal and Omega?
There is still no sign of either at this time. He writes that they will begin a more thorough investigation shortly. And, as expected, he wishes to petition the aid of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
As expected.
The Alliance's decision to capture a part of Baelsar's wall is open to interpretation.
The wall serves to demarcate Imperial territory, Alamigo included, from the rest of Eorzea. To an observer, the Alliance's actions could be seen as a prelude to invasion.
Indeed. And the Alliance leaders have no wish to be branded invaders.
You're saying they won't fight for Alamigo? Even after everything that's happened?
Not without the consent of her people, no. Make no mistake, Lise. The Alliance is in complete agreement that the Empire must be purged from Eorzea. However, they will not set foot in Gyr Abania until they have formally secured the consent and cooperation of the Alamigan opposition.
They would have us act as intermediaries.
Precisely. The Scions are uniquely qualified to serve in this capacity. That is to say, Lise's, given her personal connection to the Resistance. Who better than you to broker an agreement between the Alliance and the people of Alamigo? Assuming you are willing, of course.
Of course I am! You know I'd like nothing more!
As for who should accompany you on said diplomatic mission, I had a mind to volunteer myself.
Oh good, me and Tataru can go shopping.
That covers the talking part. But you just know there'll be trouble along the way. Are you available?
No. I'm going out on a date with Tataru. God damn it. Yeah, that new voice is kind of weird. Peppy. Not used to her actually sounding like a Keta. Not used to being this tall either.
It means a lot knowing you'll be there. I too shall accompany you. Such endeavors are seldom hampered by a surfeit of healers.
There.
Good point. Allow me to offer my services as well.
Oh, we're all going there, are we? What's think we're gonna do?
I have spent quite enough time here of late, so I'll be coming.
God damn
But
it.
we will need someone to keep an eye on things. I trust you have no objections?
Did you just volunteer Oriange?
None, my lady. Gladly shall I continue to serve as caretaker of the Waking Sands, and there keep watch for signs of primal and Ascian activity both.
As capable as my learned friend undoubtedly is, there are some troubles that may prove too much for a single scion, on account of which I mean to stay.
Ah, but we just got
settled,
Thankward back.
Let us each see to our preparations.
Oh, god damn it. Don't think I like the new quest complete part. It's like Ul'dah, its boisterousness, and it's a bit too... There's something off about it. Let's see. The simple upgrade button on the launcher that takes you to the mod station did not work. Did not work. I spent like 5 hours on this. It did not work. And now I'm not forgetting the Mandeville quests.
Ready, my friend?
As ever.
Well then. Tataru, I leave the rising stones in your capable hands.
And she is quite capable.
Don't worry, Alphino. I'll see that the place is still standing when you come back.
She's gonna burn it to the ground. She's gonna burn it to the ground and blame it on Alphino. And it will be great. Oh, you're still here. I thought they already left.
Mistress Y'shtola has unfolded all. You are bound for Gyr Abania?
Aye. The Alliance would have us make contact with the Alamigan resistance as soon as possible.
It begins then. As soon it shall in Doma, if the gods are good. 'Tis but a pity it must be now.
I am sorry that we shall not be present to fight beside you in the battles to come.
You have stood with us countless times, Lady Yugiri. Pray do not apologize.
Then let us thank you instead. You and yours stood with us from the first, when we came to this land as refugees in search of sanctuary. Loath am I to think what might have become of my people, had you not extended to us the hand of friendship. We will never forget. This I solemnly swear.
Much has changed since first you set foot on these shores. Revenant's toll stands as a testament to that. I'm sure your people will manage in your absence.
Indeed. They have built a new home for themselves and no longer need me to shepherd them. The time has come for Kozetsu and I to return to our master, to our home.
I know how you feel. It's time I went home too.
Though our battlefields be 1,000 mounds apart, our purpose is one. That all men hearken to the clarion call of freedom, of liberation, from Eorzea to the far east, that they may rise up and cast down the curse of Garlemald.
Take care, you hear me? When all of this is over, we're going to celebrate, together. Just you wait.
I should like that very much. Fare you well.
The Curs of Garlemald sound like a football team. 1,000 moms apart, yet united in purpose. Let us pray both our endeavors meet with success. Shall we then? We all have mastered the nod. The rabbit wife nod. Wait. Not just yet. I knew I'd forgotten something important. Please, could you come with me? Me? What? Now? Alright, if you insist. She's gonna die. I honestly preferred the other. I miss an old outfit already. What do you think? As you can see, I designed it to be light and loose, an outfit tailor-made to the needs of a skilled fighter like Lice, or whatever. Your work never ceases to impress. Much more of this, and I may have to stop introducing you as the science receptionist. Start referring to you as our preeminent seamstress. It is lovely, Tadaru. Thank you. And I feel like I could take on a legion. I'm glad you like it. And with that, I'll delay you no longer. Safe travels! Then onward to Gir Albania. Our first stop will be at the Spire in the East Shroud. Later. Bye, Tataru. Hardest working sign in the entire jar. That good Gordanian music. Oh my god. No. All are present and accounted for. When you are ready, my friend, pray, inform the officer that we wish to proceed to Garabania. Ah, the signs of the 7th dawn. We were told to expect you. Shall I summon someone to escort you to the wall? Yeah. Sure. Oh, that's a new area, so cutscene! Oh god. Oh, it's a map. Is that the science marker? That's dumb. Everybody has a cool flag but the scions, apparently.
I remember crossing the border, standing in Garabania once more.
Look at us, part of the Armageddon crew.
Fellow scions, the warrior of light among us. Behind us, Baelsar's wall cutting the land in two. Freedom on one side, tyranny.
Ooh, those are colorful trees. What the fuck happened to that mountain?
And the promise of a new beginning. But one that could only be bought with flames and blood.
Title card. Roll credits. Well, that was the shortest expansion I've ever been a part of. Holy shit, it's storming. Ooh, Netherite. You know what this means. Oh, god damn it. Bagpipes are back. Greetings, science. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, I welcome you to Castrum Orenis. Thank you, General. We were relieved to hear that your forces secured the wall without incident. Have the Imperials made any attempts to retake the Castrum since then? None. Save for a few skirmishes between our scouts and the patrols. We've had barely any contact with them, but we all know it's only a matter of time before things escalate. As if attacking Belisar's wall wasn't enough, it would summon a primal right on this doorstep. Garlemald is not like to let such shows of defiance go unanswered. It was a declaration of war, even if it was not Ilburd's to make. Now we are bound by it, for weal or for woe. The signs stand ready to serve, General. What would you ask of us? As stated in my message, the Alliance will not proceed without the support and cooperation of the Alamegan people. We would have you serve as our emissaries and make contact with the Resistance. Consider it done, General. We won't let you down, I swear. Then I'll leave it to you. Godspeed. Ha! Of all the Cassia in the world, you walk into mine. Master Garland, what brings you here? We need someone to bullshit some airship at some point in time. A certain missing Algan weapon, a draconic primal. Omega and Shinryu, I think the shinobi called it. Anyway, we've been studying the trail of destruction, hoping it might lead us somewhere, which has singularly failed to do. Then 'tis like Omega fell to the earth in occupied territory, meaning it may already be in Imperial hands. Even so, it bears repeating that we engage the stasis systems. Assuming the command was received and executed successfully, the weapon will be of no use to them. Assuming we should hurry up and find it regardless. Okay, bye, Sid. Your giant oven mitt still looks weird. All the more reason to reach out to the Resistance. If we want to press on onto Gerbonia, we'll need their blessing. Everyone's counting on us. Let's not waste any more time talking. Nod. Quick question, does anybody remember Beauty and the Beast? Lys takes the lead. Lys is eager to leave Castle Marinius. As you probably heard, there are plenty of factions in the Resistance, so I'm taking us to see the one with the most influence. Their headquarters are located in a place called Rauger's Reach, an old temple to the east of here, across the Verodenia River. I'll learn a route that should allow us to avoid Imperial patrols. Stick with me and we'll be there before you know it. Because of all the trouble I had upgrading to the full version, I bought myself a couple mounts. Like a motorcycle. Ooh. I do believe I like this thing. Fuck off! Trying to enjoy music. Fuck off, we're trying to enjoy music. Still with me? Good. From here we'll head northeast towards the river. The water's not too deep, so we won't have to swim. Still kind of like the claw, though. God, so much noise. God, everything is aggroing on me. I got the car. Hey, good job. I hear that's quite expensive. If that issue didn't arrive last week, I was gonna try and get that, but as I said, man, was it difficult. 20k MGP. I have 14,000. Do you like this music, though? I don't see any soldiers. Good. Let's cross. Rabbit wife, nod! Not used to being this tall. You wondering about the tower to the south? Ominous music. With ominous weather. It's part of Castilium Velodenia. God damn these names, I miss Heaven Sword already. That's what the Imperials decided to call the old bridge after they fortified it. I call it a great big eyesore. Honestly, can you see that rotten banner from the absolute moms away? They never miss a chance to rub our noses in it, do they? Come on, we should keep moving. Rabbit wife, nod! I will say one thing, Stormblood is doing this better than Udar. This is how you make a desert. You got plateaus, you got cliff sides, you got points of interest, you got history in the land. It isn't just a desert with a few small settlements and nothing else of great interest. This place has character, where, like, Thanalan does not. There's, like, nothing I like about Thanalan. Gradania and La Nocia do it way better. Corthus and Travania do it way better too. And thus far, Garabania is doing really well. Look at that fucking wall. Another cutscene. We're here. On the other side of this pass is Rauger's Reach. So you say. All I see are rocks. I presume there is some sort of trick to this. Indeed. A glamour. Good eye, Stola. Hey! She's blind. I take it they have talented maids in the ranks, or mayhap an artificer trained in the modification of glamour prisms? Something like that. The important thing is that it fools the Guardians. Oh, before we go in, I don't know if Tataru told you, but my friend Nago, the messenger who came to the Rising Stones, is a member of this faction. So they know us, and they shouldn't attack us on sight. That said, they can be a bit jumpy, so let me lead the way, and don't go reaching for your weapons or anything. Lady, I have a giant sword on my back. Oh my god. That was unreasonably loud. And with a sprinkle of Damascus dust, all is laid bare. So it is. And Rauger's Reach. Alright. Oh, entering.
I remember the old stories. How the Breaker of Worlds came down from on high and cleft the earth with a single blow.
Wow. That's an impressive statue.
Rauger's Reach. A holy place, and a fitting home for the resistance. For the brave and the true. The loyal sons and daughters of Alamigo.
So that's what we saw in the cinematic last week.
They were waiting for us there. Men and women whose souls still cried out for what was lost. For what could be ours again.
We get into a fight, I'm kicking all their asses. Hey, is that Mifrid? Hey man, I haven't seen that guy in a while. Yeah, it is Mifrid. Hey! Oh, so you really did come. Never thought I'd see you here, but I am glad. I am glad. You'll forgive us our precautions, but we couldn't be sure who had crossed the barrier. We see you now for who you are, though. Signs of the Seventh Dawn. Song as old as time. Da 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 da. Beauty and the Beast. The promise of a new beginning. Conrad knows the purpose of your visit and would like to give you a proper welcome. Now, I know you would not come all this way unless you have something important to discuss, and I am eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on a doorstep, eh? Come with me. He's back. Hey, Doug. How you doing? I just realized this is the first city we've been able to mount up in. That's awesome. Do like me some open-air cities. Hopefully they do this from now on so it isn't as much of a pain to traverse the cities. Second city, actually. Oh, really? Where else do we get to mount up? Oh, that's right. We could mount up in Ildashire. Yeah. That was neat. This place is pretty amazing. And some good music too. And everything. Used to there being so many more Ethernet shards. And cutscene.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Rauga's Reach, our humble headquarters.
Oh, I'm not going to be able to cover this guy's cadence at all.
My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
Conrad Kemp, huh?
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades.
It's pronounced linguini.
Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalymo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Ah, don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, John.
Papalymo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rolger it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir, to see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that.
So then our small lizard wife turned into a giant rabbit wife. It was kind of weird for a moment there.
So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones.
Well, when you put it like
Comrades and I
that...
must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
The motorcycle is actually the only mount on Mod Station that is special. How so? A haven for the bold. Alphino is pondering how best to make use of your leisure. The cutscene. So, it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Forgive me. You are free to look around Rauga's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Cap. I believe we will do just that. Wow, Alphinaud's bowing a lot. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance capabilities. Free to poke our noses wheresoever we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Indolent. Rabbit nod? Right, let's get started. Most mounts move at speed of 0 till you get the riding maps where you can speed up to the mount speed of 1 or 2. I think the Chocobo carriage is good too. Motorcycle always moves at mount speed 1. Does explain why I'm getting places faster. That's cool. I bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me. She's a Highlander? I thought she'd be taller and like significantly buffer. Like, right? The Highlanders are like taller and buffer, right? I'm not going insane here. Max height. If I'm going to make a Viera, she's gonna be as tall as possible. But like, even so, like when we were Lizard Wife, Ida wasn't that tall. And Liz wasn't that tall when she took off a mask. Like, I was like up to her shoulder. And that was like the shortest height for a Lizard Wife. We've got Hell's Guard from all the way over by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some Beastmen. Well, Beastwoman, I suppose. I like the one over there. She's an Anata. They've been with us for a while. What the fuck are you talking about? Over there? Man, I can't see shit. Well, one of the smaller factions, that is. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Guardians to them. They keep to themselves, spending all the time crafting. The Nanta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work. But then, most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them, anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Rauger, shall we? Man, it's like they made that name knowing that I can't properly pronounce my R's or something. And a cutscene. God, and the waterfall is making all that white noise again. Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The breaker of worlds, who guided our ancestors through these lands all those centuries ago. Ida used to tell me the stories of it on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Eorzea beseeched the heavens for a sign. And lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky and led the way to those mountains of Garabania. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor and revere him, to devote themselves to greater works, without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast. Hell's open, heavens weep. For no one soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. That last part was inscribed on the stone by a monk of the Fist of Rauger. He'd explained it to me. A day will come, bringing strife and sorrow, that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led to this point, will see us there through to the end. Sorry. That was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. But yeah, if I was gonna replace small lizard wife with a bun, I was gonna make her the tallest damn bun in the world. A bun mother, if you will. Bun wife. Either short stacks or tall Amazonian. Little to no in between. This is the infirmary. As you can probably tell, here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we plan our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the Aetheryte Plaza next. I think I already went there. I gotta re-befriend you, by the way. Yeah, if you weren't here for this, Doug, it would not accept my data for the free trial. So I had to start all the way over. Leveling a Marauder, opening Dark Knight up, and then leveling back up and pushing through Heavensward again. So that happened. Yeah, so that's why it took me an entire week to get back, on top of the DDoS attack that happened on Primal. That really messed up internet connection, meaning the first day I tried anything, everything was messed up, and I had lag for days. So yeah, sorry. Everything went wrong last week. Everything. You've seen one Aetheryte. You've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dated by back decades, to when the Fist of Rauger was still here. Yeah, looks like they took off the top too. It may look a little different, but it looks just as well as any other. I'll show you where the settlers, whatever, are next. But don't forget to tune to the Aetheryte before we go. Way ahead of you, lady. It's like the first thing I do when I come to a new place now. Have fun, dog. I don't know where you're going, but have fun. Arms, armor, potions, you name it. I came to inspect your new bun. Well, inspect all you like. Oh, are you approaching me? Arms, armor, and potions. You name it. These folks got it. The resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything, or you need something repaired, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Alizé are here. Why don't we see what they're getting on? How they're getting on? They're right behind you, Lies. The one caveat of being a bun is I heard they don't have most head armor. Da, 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 da. That's the issue. Very few hats. Yeah. I think we look good. Yeah, I think she's a good bun. I found, unlike with the Aura, Viera are better simplified. So, you know, no really weird hair, just the brunette. I had fun with the eyes, though. Seems they have like a brighter version of purple that I really like. Kind of weird that the hair's attached to the ears, sort of, but that can't be helped. That's pretty fun. Played VR for a while, but couldn't stick with it. Hey, to each their own. Small lizard wife is still small lizard supremacy. I just figured since I had to start at the beginning anyway, I'd try something different to keep myself interested, to push through everything to get back to where I was. so that's kind of why I chose VR. I'm like, yeah, that's new. And it's now available to me, so I might as well. I was thinking about changing, because I don't like how Aura looks in the car mount. Hey, there's plenty of options. I think male VR are on the way. I want casting. A bargain struck. Elise is nodding approvingly at the sutlers. And cutscene. Big issue with that. What? You have to wait a couple months? Comes to take measure of our friendly neighbor merchants. Nod. They're aboard lot. This much is plain. The Imperials found out they were peddling the wares to the Resistance. They would be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, I admire the courage, but the motives can hardly be said to be altruistic. All my glamours are based on being a tiny Aura girl. That is fair. Ah, there you are. We've been looking all over for you. We finished discussing your proposal, and we are ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch you Stola and Kryl, so if you'd like to follow me. Nod. So here's my setup. Here's what my setup is going to be. For tank, Dark Knight. For melee, it's probably going to be Samurai. For ranged DPS, it's probably going to be Dancer, because that one looked fun. And Magic, it's going to be Red Mage, and Healer is probably going to be Sage, because those looked the most fun to me. Those sounded the most fun to me, rather. As funny as it is, I don't want to walk around as a male VR in a skirt. That's fair. I mean, to each their own, dog.
Thank you all for waiting.
Oh.
We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rolga's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
Get me a giant
Something
bed.
else in mind for you lot. Monago and Mefred will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
How to put this politely? How to put this politely? My mind automatically applied a fedora to his head when he said Monago. Monago. Tips fedora. Monago. I wish I had the money to finance you a bed mount. I'll probably level up carpeting off screen and then get myself a giant bed mount. I'll probably do that during October, since October is going to be a variety of games month. And I won't be touching Final Fantasy XIV probably at all for that entire month. So, you know. Right then. Monago and Mefred are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they do, know not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Indolent. The Beauty and the Beast. The Aetheryte compass may now be used to locate ether currents in the new regions. If you misplace your compass, you may obtain another by speaking to Giberot of the Forgotten Knights or Gefrid of Raga's Reach. Goddamn, could they make these names any harder to pronounce? Let's start with you. A familiar face forgotten. Mifrid cannot help but wonder if you remember who he is. Yeah, I remember you. I helped you get some horn medicine for your friend, who I'm pretty sure was one of the Griffins. At the risk of repeating myself, it is so hard for me to believe that we'd meet again here of all places. Though I reckon you probably don't remember me after all this time, eh? Of course I remember. I'm impressed, given everything you went on to accomplish. You'd be forgiven for forgetting all about your time in Quarry Mill. Suffice to say, we didn't forget about you either, nor the lives you saved. As for me, I went to Little Alamigo with Gillian while Gillian was recovering. Gundabald was my former commander and an old friend, and I have a lot on my mind. In the end, I decided to disband our unit. told my men to live their lives as they saw fit. Some chose to remain in Little Alamigo, others went to Uldar for work. But, as you can see, I chose to come back to Girabania, join Conrad and the others. I've kept busy since then, ferrying people and provisions across the border and back. It's not been easy, but it's been fulfilling. Today, however, we'll be heading east to the peaks. Conrad thinks we might have luck finding new recruits in the village of Alaganya. Alaganya? I'm going there. If you're going there, you're taking me with you. That's right. You're from Alaganya, aren't you, Lies, whatever. By all means, we'd welcome the company. There'll be more to it than just asking around, but we can talk about it on the way. Make your preparations and meet me by the tunnel to the peaks. Righto. What about you, Monago? A friend of a friend in need. Before she tells you of her mission, Monago has a few things she would like to say. God, this music is kind of loud. With the waterfall. It's audio, right? Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the signs again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I had to mop that up, Monago. I had to mop that up. I owe you my life, and I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good me to claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. Rabbit wife nod! And thank you. Now to business. Conrad Kent entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join in this. Hey, Alizé's coming with us! General Aldrin commands the forces at Castrum Orinus. It would be simple enough to see it into his hands. Great! That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the pass leading out of the Reach. If I don't stick with Viera, I might go with Makote. Alright. Let's go help Mefred first, since we're most familiar with him. The tunnel will take us all the way to the peaks. Want a mission for Conrad to Alagana. Clear the barricade if you would. Do you feel weird feeling of changing from a small race to a big one? If you recall, I was as tall as Alphino as a small lizard wife. And now I'm this giant rabbit woman with a giant ass sword. It's weird being the tallest person in the room. So it was a bit of a change. People were looking up to me and talking to me. They had to stare like into the sky. And then when we gathered all the signs together, I was still the tallest one, except for when Moonbrita was there. I think Moonbrita was taller than me. Otherwise, yeah, it's been an experience to be the tallest person in the room. Aye, sir. Shouldn't take more than a moment. There's more villages there. There's more villages there than out here. But some more Imperials keeping a close eye on things. We'll need to tread carefully. Rabbit nod? Damn, they weren't kidding. That was fast. Alright, let's head into La Pix. Oh yeah, it's a new area. Oh.
I remember the peaks of Girabania, silent watchmen that would stand long after we were gone. We came seeking allies to join us in the fight against the Empire. People who had had enough. People who had suffered every possible indignity. Who had been treated like animals, day after day after day.
I'm liking the look of this place. Gonna go ahead and turn that down. We've a glamour in place here too, as you may have noticed. So far as the Imperials are concerned, this is not more than a testament to the savage impulses of a lesser race. Remember though, once we leave these ruins, we'll have no glamours to conceal us. The village is to the east. Keep watch for patrols as we move. Wow. Out over there, hon. I like how the fakes just ruin the music of the area. They just come out of left field and go, nope. Nary an Imperial in sight. That's a mercy. Alagana's due east, past that bridge. Follow me, it's not much further. Dramatic music. We have to get to Alagana quickly. Alrighty. This looks neat. See, Thanalan, this is how you do a desert area. This is looking fantastic. Holy shit, those are giant mantises. Holy shit, that giant mantis wants to eat me. Rabbit is not on the menu, man. Oh, great, more waterfalls. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. I feel strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be... Oh, sorry. Has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Aye, we do. But as I said back at the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by the Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of our former comrades, answered this call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it's rumored that Alagana lost a few youths as well. If there's truth to that, then it could then there could be others sympathetic to the cause. And again, after the Griffin's betrayal, they may be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the Resistance, and rightfully so. So, with all of that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. Not if you didn't want the place to be burned to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need to be a good deal more circumspect than that. You never know when an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope that there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. Bun wife nod! Beauty and the Beast. The prodigal daughter. Mefred would like to introduce you to the village elder. Oh, god damn it, these fucking names. Okay. Ragenfred. Ragenfred? Ragenfried. The village elder is over by the shore. No time like the present. Let's have a word. Oh, here comes the bagpipes. Don't know, you traveler. You merchant. Do not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder. Sincere apologies I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Alagania, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, you're the comrades of Mefred's. I see, I see. Speak on, or you suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more, such as the rumor. Is that true? He lit a fire in their hearts, and then dangled a dream before their tired eyes. Now you come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman. We had no part in his schemes. We have made agreement with the Alliance. This time it will be different. Yeah, I doubt. This time, gold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you've had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our God. They demand a fifth of what little we've got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate's not enough, Mefred. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now, leave us be and never return. Don't do it, Lice. You got no right to speak to us like that. I've got a quarry that has produce barely enough to feed us. To keep us fed. And that was before half our young people and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. Because this is my village too. My home. What the hells are you on about? Wait, I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Lee's Hex, and I'm here to take back my homeland. By Raugo, the last I saw you were, didn't even know you were still alive. Never thought you would come. I almost didn't, but my sister never will. Lots of others won't either. And that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Alagania is as much your home as it is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. How to put this? No, I have no way to put this. Never mind. I'll just... I'll think of something eventually. In the meantime, that could have been handled better. But what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragnarfred might help us to recruit some of his people. But that clearly isn't going to happen. If we're to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's risky and it's hardly subtle, but I say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Rabbit nod? Makes sense to me. Let's spit up and ask. Alright, let's see who we can ask. Finally, someone taller than me. Whoa, I'm fucking ripped. Death by 1,000 rocks. Angry Coriel regards you with suspicion. A new face in Alagania? Huh. What would you ask of me then? I am a rabbit wife. I'm here to kick ass. Stranger and a generous soul besides. Bollocks. It's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you were an Imperial agent, I expect you go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me if you're really here to help, aren't you? Very well. I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My brother's working rocks at Grim End. He's got something for me. Can you go get it? Yep. Leave it to me, buddy. Right then. Frightening Koro is his name. Ask him for the leftovers, and he's ought to understand. And what do you got, lady? You're a lady, right? Hard country. Griselidus is here, but her mind is elsewhere. You'd best keep your distance, if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. I am a giant rabbit wife. I'm here. Looking for folks down on the luck. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't what it used to be. Some days I can hardly walk for the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Hard labor's right out, too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea that helps it, though. I'd need to grind a chapuli horn and a hornbill talon for the blend. Leave it to me. That is what I'm here for. Yeah? You'll go and get some for me, just like that. You needn't trouble yourself, so. Let's get some stuff! I summon Quay in attack mode. Alright, head over there. We don't need any more giant mantises. You can go away now. Gonna have to get used to the change in instrument. Vroom vroom. Yeah, I think I'll make the claw flying mount, and then just to get around, we'll use Fenry. La motorcycle. Is that a blue griffin? That is a blue griffin that's a higher level than me. Just gonna stay the hell away from you. Alright. So, how has your guys' week been? Y'all know how my week went. You're for leftovers, are you? Not like my brother to send someone in his stead, but so be it. It's all in the sacks over yonder. The bleeding heavy, mine, so be careful when you pick him up. Unconsciously heavy sacks. You can just teleport back, right? Yeah. Cut some time and go the lazy way. Hey, got your shit, lady. You've been gone a while. What brings you back to Alagahana? Whatever. Just gonna call it Allergy. Oh, I never meant to. I mean, in time like these, you never think people will actually. This country's hard on people. It's not just that, the Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. Dead man's good for one lesson, you know? Whereas a live one. You were the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was deathly sick at the time, so I'd gone out into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. Then I had the good fortune to run into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, and so they said. Not that it have made a difference if I'd fought back. I knew what the lot of them were about the moment that Centurial laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others. And by the time I limped back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me too, many others I imagine. Help them too if you like. They'd be grateful to say thank you. But beyond that, I wouldn't hope for much. That's fair. Ah, the new face. You have the leftovers. There you go. Huh. Well, I'll be. You actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged. Much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand, in case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes have got good deposits. It ain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plodding quarryman, all the while sweeping bits and pieces off the side to bundle up and sell to the suitlers what trade with the Resistance. It's a living and a way of fighting back, besides. Our way of spitting in the Guardian's eye for putting our father in an Imperial uniform and shipping him off to some faraway province 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive even, though. If we were alive, he'd not be long for this world if we were caught fighting for the Resistance. So this is the best we can do. That's the long and short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find most folk here aren't much different. Everyone's got a reason, but in the end, the result is the same. I suppose it's just... I just wanted you to know, Zol, that we know why you're here. That even if we can't join you, we wish we could. Hey, it's the thought that counts. And it's the little things, you know? In a situation such as theirs, there's only so much they can do. Life more ordinary. Mifrid is hard at work trying to win over the villagers of Allergy. You hear, Indolent? I've been trying to help the villagers deal with this food shortage of theirs. Recently, the Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent the people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they've got left. How's Lies getting on, by the way? You'd think people would be more inclined to trust the local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. Hey, Lies, what you doing? No, I didn't mean to. And where were you the last 20 years? Where were you when we were being grounded under the Black Wolf's boot? On the other side of his bastard wall, living the high life I'd wager. That's not fair. I'm a giant rabbit wife. What's up? Oh, and who's this? Another one of your feeding-loving friends, deigning to help us poor unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us into a frenzy so we'll go and storm a cache room with our pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you've been cohorted down on us all. And you, don't you dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lies. You weren't here. This is my home and I love it with my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'll keep us out of your doomed rebellion. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, doesn't change the fact that I left them behind. But this isn't about me or anyone else. It's about Alamiga. Let's go and find Mifrid. Rabbit nod? Right. What is up, Mifrid? Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them. Given what happened to the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow. I don't know. But if anything, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggle like they do, Lies. I ran too high. But if I hadn't, I'd have never met Indolent or the rest of you. We might not be here today in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. There's more than one way to fight. See, that's a Highlander. Help! Somebody! Anyone! We need help! I don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Rabbit nod? Work at... The Tributa men. The bloody rat men and they... Damn it all. You there. Take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It was all business as usual. The Tribunals due soon. and we were taking it to those Imperials when the Kokurin attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It was just an old temple before they came and... Listen, Red Cat's the only family I got left. If I lose them, The Ziggurat? If the Ratman took him there, it's as good as dead. We've got to get after them. If there's even a chance that her brother is still alive, we have to try. Nod. I've decided not to do Fantasia once again. Well, you get a small lizard wife then. Which is a good trade-off for not Fantasia. Right, Lise, we gotta help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Tribunum. Guardians won't suffer excuses if they're late. The color of an angry cocoon. Manfred understands that you must act quickly to save Rookrat. So, Rookrat's been held somewhere at the Ziggurat to the south, which has been taken over by a host of Kokurin bandits. That about covers it then. Be prepared for a fight. They may not be the most challenging foes, but there's sure to be a lot of them. Alright, let's fucking go. I haven't seen one of those before. He looks like a green Santa Claus. Yeah, kind of hard to not see that ziggurat. That is an impressive ziggurat. God, just aggroing everything. Eating rat meat today, I guess. Right. Please, let me go, I'm begging you. I don't want to die. Of course he's on the top of the damn thing. Hear that? I don't think that came. I think that came from the top of the ziggurat. Yeah, no shit. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat. I got a giant ass sword with your name on it, bitch. We knew it'd come to this. Kill them quickly before they alert the others. Giant rabbit wife with a giant sword. Away! The top of the ziggurat we go. Sally ho, motherfucker! Okay, we're to the top now. What? He's probably in that grape flavored fog over there. Yes, you're done. We got a tussle. Oh. Oh, I like this night theme too. How's it going, buddy? My Raga, what did I do to deserve this? I've gone to bed hungry for months. My skin and bones. I'd hardly make a snack, much less a meal. Oh, you found him. Wait, are you here to rescue me? Your sister sent us. It's going to be alright. My sister? Oh, Rauga be praised. She's safe, and you fought your way to here just for me? To think there's still good, brave folks in this world. We should go before the Kakuran return in force. Do you still have the Tributum? Oh god, it's a Tributum! Then Peels will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What, right now? In your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, it's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. Run, Forrest! Run! What's up? Want a tussle? Glad we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. The Black Wolf's pups. Lies has never been one to ignore her conscience. Listen, Indolent, Manfred, I think we need to go after Rurkrat. Wait. I'd better not be thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I know that, I do. I don't want to interfere, I just want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. Alright, according to this website, there is another aetheryte current near us. So let's have a look. I think the guide said go around here. Yeah! These aetheryte currents are really weirdly placed, but I like it. Alright, let's try and pick up this guy's trail, shall we, chat? Well, that did not work. Mimi. Oh, damn it. Here we go. Aggroing everything under the sun. That's why I'm aggroing more stuff here than I ever did in Heavensward. Yeah, you better run. Oh, Chocobo Feather. And it's sparkly. In the dirt, you spy a Chocobo Feather. Thanks. Any luck? Check out this feather, yo. A Chocobo Feather, is it? Aye, by my reckoning, it came from Rurkrat's bird. In which case... There's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. Rapid nod. Oh, and they brought back the ambience. Wolf howls. Nice. In a minute now, I expect he'll come thundering around the bend. And, hear that? Get to cover quickly now. It's about to go down. I want that mask.
Are they Imperials?
Well, they ain't Girl Scouts.
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
Ooh, this ain't good.
What?
That was a good line read.
There, halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tributum.
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
Oh, so they're just jerks. Never mind.
No, no, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Ooh. Who the hell just punches someone coin right out from them?
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fake? How stupid do you think we are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labor, assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
Yeah. Anybody else thinking of that JoJo meme? I know this is supposed to be terrible.
Fault we're stuck out here patrolling this godforsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted.
That guy has a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
I've toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
I bet the poor bastard can't believe his luck. He gets to go home. We should do the same.
That was intense. Huh? Stuff is rough. He gets to go home. we should do the same. I heard the commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen doing the bidding of the Viceroy, but they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. Okay. Homeward bound. Mefred has no wish to linger unnecessarily. He gets to go home. So should we. We're cats alive. The tribunal's been paid. That's all that matters for now. I, for one, would rather not wait around to see if the skulls decide to return. We'd best get back to Alargy and tell Ragnarfred that his men got the job done. According to every website. Should be one up there. So let's go ahead and go grab that before we head back to Alargy. I am liking this nighttime music. Makes me wish I could play all during the night. The daytime music still is a little too grandiose for my tastes. Let's see. To the southwest. Southwest. Southwest, but I see one. Of course. Okay. Let's head back. We're back. We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Ricardo told me everything. He fought with the Kukurin to save his life. Well, the good it did. I saw what happened when he met with the Skulls. How they beat him half to death. I could have stopped them. Aye, I reckon you could. Mefred's a warrior, as is your comrade. And you're strong like your father. That much is plain. But I thank Ragnar you did not. Because it would not have ended with them. Ricardo and his sister would have been branded as insurgents, if not the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. We're alive, and that's more than can be said for only the gods know how many others. That's enough for you, is it? Lies, please don't. To put up with whatever they do to you as long as you get to see another day. That's right. You grit your teeth and you learn to live with the pain. I'll admit, I was quick to judge you, Lies. For that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well, I do. But I'm telling you, God's in the heaven as my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Father was stubborn as an ox, too. If she's set on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow it to the same end. Well, she took it better than I anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. Rabbit cycle? Away! Right. Sorry about running off like that. Megan's terrorizing the own. I just can't accept it, you know? No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it. Day after day after day. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect them to storm a castle with the pickaxes and shovels, or whatever it was. But nor did I expect Warcrata to just lie there in the dirt while they just kicked him. I can't claim to know the pain. I barely remember this place or even my father's face. But I remember Yita's. I remember how scared she was when we ran. And that look in her eyes when she talked about home. A home. But not mine, is it? There you are, Lice. I've been looking all over for you. Well, you found me. That's something to say. How about the small lizard wives? The Pelafort. I should start a free company. Well, you found me. Got something else to say. Aye, I do. I said some things to you before that I should have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. Ah, that rubbish I spouted how I loved my village. But when one of ours was in need, I came out here with all the others. Didn't even think to go after the Krata, but you did. Made me feel like a bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly care for my people, I'd fight for them. So I will, if you're having me. You're asking to join the resistance? When you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who have been thinking about it for a while. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lots, but if your heart bleeds for our amigo, then that's good enough for me. You and yours are more than welcome at Rago's Reach. Why am I nodding? I don't know, Megan. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak with the others and send word when we're ready. We were originally called Mars, but we branded to Rat as a joke. So you're going to be the Rat Pack? Still think this isn't your home? No, I just thinking out loud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Nod. So Rago's Reach. We are at currently. We want to switch to something more serious. We can't find any good names we agree on. Well, what is it you guys gonna do? What is your main focus for your guild? Or free company, rather. Existing. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Though nothing went according to plan, we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. And it was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. Oh, thank you for giving me the opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling. And troubling, too. I'd heard about the skulls, but that was the first I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, but when, not if, that day will come, Lise. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscript, citizen, guardian, Alamegan, none of it matters. They've all got their reasons, but they're no better than yours, especially when they're beating down on you with the blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself, but who knows? Maybe you could be one, Lise. Your father certainly was. Right then, best begin preparing for these new recruits. Indolent, Lise, it's been a pleasure. Existing. So you're just gonna exist as a friend group? Chilling out, playing the game, doing whatever. Sounds like a very relaxing life. Got everything you need. Good. Then let us be off. Something serious, but for a group of friends just hanging out. No real direction, just relaxing. I'll think it over. I'll probably come up with something eventually. In the meantime, quiet. Hear that? That was cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods. You have preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life or death. Be they predator or patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single magic armor. Wide surge pattern, divided into 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try and take them all by surprise. At the same time, we won't want them calling reinforcements. 3 times 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. Thomas should be just to the west. Indolent's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get in position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No? Then good luck. Let's head out. Quay's like, fuck this, I'm out. I resummon Quay in attack mode. You daft bird. The fuck is that? A fopper. I don't think I've seen one of those before. Simple enough. Hangout. Not a lot of serious names for just a group of friends hanging out. Looks like everything went as planned. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get here are conscripts from the other provinces. Little training and even less conviction. It's grim work, killing men and women like that. But I don't doubt that they'd do the same to you. The roles were reversed. Don't you dare pity a man in armor. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in the blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. Signed, sealed, and to be delivered. Minago would like nothing more than to continue on to Casum Oranius. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices the missing patrol. Yeah, sure thing. But Heavens Wares says there's an etherite up over here, I think. Oh wow, actual crocodiles or alligators. Whatever the fuck those things in the Corthus were. Just aggroing everything under the sun. We're clear. Only Alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces of Casum Oranius were under the command of Flame General Robon Aldin? Or did you not? By Rauger, the bull of Alamigo himself. I never dreamed I'd have a chance to meet the legend. Sudden fangirling is sudden.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Monago of Rolga's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that.
I was gonna say, it sounds like they need another grand melee.
Even a token victory. I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Time for a grand melee.
Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
A two cares a plan. This should be interesting. I don't think I can do his harsh accent, but I will try my best. Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development at Castellium Velodunia. Namely, the arrival of shipments rumored to have come from research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype magic armor. It is our assessment that these armor is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces. Mayhap before this day is out. Damn it all. More magic weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concerns is not unwanted, but we needed the spare just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit, one or two support units. With a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, hindering the development and delaying further deployment. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavor with the Resistance, they will have the rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Alliance, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they went alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry the patrols to bait them into bringing the prototype weapons to the east end, where our Alliance Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support this plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details to the plan anon. All this shit is going down. And we, for our part, will fight with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. Why do you keep volunteering me for things? I want a giant bed. I guess I can fight some garlic people. Best served with cold steel. Roban knows exactly what he would like you to do. We've been careful to avoid needless shows of force this side of the wall, but that's all about to change. And when it does, you may be sure that they'll send the new toys out to entertain us. I would ask you to participate in this operation, but from the look of it, I see it as a foregone conclusion. My thanks. Per Pippin's plan, we need to return to the East End, into an Imperial graveyard. You're a dab hand at this, and I'd be a fool to not use you. Head to the spot on your map, right here, Patrols should be along shortly. Deal with them, then rendezvous with the rest of us at this location. Go well, Indolent. Look at that chunky cat. That's a chunky cat. Oh, that reminds me. I got a chunky cat. I got a chonker. Truly, chunkiest of all cats. And I am happy. Goodbye, chunky cat. You were an impulse buy, but the best impulse buy. Ew. Ah, fate. Keep cock-blocking beautiful music. Looking around, looking around, looking around now. Oh, great, a signifier. Take you out. Should be, there it is. We go. There is an etherite near here. So I think I'll dip into that and then head up to the true objective. Let's see. It's right around there it is. to that objective. To the north. I think this is the best day theme I've heard thus far in this expansion. Jackie the Trash Can. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Battlefort. Gonna have to wait 10 minutes to talk and chat, but it keeps out hate and bot raids, so sorry about that. What the fuck are those mosslings? I want a plan. When's the plan then? Good. Our scouts report that a unit escorting the prototype weapons has left Kashim Velodin. The resistance is already in position, so we have but to wait for our guests to arrive. Proceed. And it's a cutscene. Is that fucker from before?
Things looked grim for us after Cartano, didn't they? Oh, how they doubted us. Yet here we are, right as rain, with fancy new toys to put through their paces.
Oh, god damn it, it is.
It's like all my name days have come at once. Well, 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 if it isn't Garland's little troublemaker. I can't wait to see the look on Xenos' face when I bring him your head.
I don't know how you're gonna cut off my head with a hammer. And I'll kick your ass for free.
That is, if my secret weapons here don't grind it into mush. Attack!
Holy shit, he's getting smarter. Let's fucking go! And you'll be...
Get after them, damn you! Now I've gotcha.
Boy, this thing can take a beating. Oh, there's a certain other thing that's happening. Not a slow fight.
You'll be weeping blood.
Do not like the look of that thing. Nope. No dice.
As a raging bull!
Raban, use that more. Oh, great, now it's too late. Run. Slowly whittling this one down, though. You know, positives. Oh, it is a bit exhausting. Oh, cutscene. He who fights and runs. What the hell's are you lot? Father Miko, let none escape. Let's fucking go. Haven't heard this name in a while. Not since probably the Praetorium. Right, 30 seconds to kill this thing. Let's go. And you're done. Hell yeah. Scene? Let's see that or I pressed the wrong button. No. There we go.
Oh! Damn it all! Miracles of Magitech design, my arse! I passed harder stools than these piles of scrap.
Man's been shitting bricks. Sup?
You'll pay for this. Mark my words, the next time we meet will be the last.
Yeah, that's what you said last time, and... So we just gonna let him escape, or... You really are. Okay.
Aye, run and tell your viceroy. The day belongs to Alamigo.
Take it to trash can. Thank you for the raid of 3 people. Welcome to the Belfort, one and all. We're playing Final Fantasy XIV. Hope your stream went well. Our chat is on follow only. Gotta be followed for 10 minutes to avoid the bot and hate raids that have been happening as of late. So sorry about the inconvenience, but welcome. I am Belphegor, Princess Sloth, exasperatingly going through Final Fantasy XIV today. We've reached the Stormblood expansion. So, that's pretty much what we're doing. I hope your stream was a-okay, Jakey. Don't know what you were doing, but I hope it was nice. Let's see, what is this guy's cadence again? Well done. All of you. I call this operation a resounding success. I can't say I'm surprised. The Bull of Alamigo had an impressive military record before he went west, as I recall. Credit where credit is due, Master Camp. It was Master Took who made this plan, and all of you, Resistance and Alliance alike, who carried it out to the perfection. Aye, that we did, with a single casualty, for which I am grateful beyond words. I have no doubt our comrades back at the Reach will feel the same. As will ours. Sheep Cult Raid! Welcome, welcome, all from the Sheep Cult. It's been a pleasure, General. Till the next battle. Minago, I leave the signs in your care. We shall return to the Casham then, Indolent, Mistress Linguini. Once more, you have my thanks. As Master Kemp said, until the next battle. Rabbit Wife Nod! Our most powerful weapon. Ooh, and now we get back to the beautiful music. I had stories to actually see you in action. I almost found myself pitying the Imperials. Serious though, it was inspirational. But you must be tired of hearing that, eh? I'll keep it simple then. Thanks for the help out there. My pleasure. The Beauty and the Beast. They fill your hearts with pride. Minago is ready to return to Rauger's Reach. Well, there's no reason to remain here any longer. Let's get back to the Reach. To the Reach we go. The lazy way. Alright. Where are we headed? We're heading up here. Alrighty. So, what were you playing, Jakey? Something fun, I hope. You didn't have to take part in the operation, but you did. You went above and beyond what was asked of you, without hesitation, and for that we owe you a debt. Our victory may not count for much in the practical terms, but its symbolic value can't be overstated. Alliance and Resistance fighters came together to face an Imperial unit equipped with the Guardian's newest weapons, and smashed them. The people will remember this day. Aye, that they will. For the marks for the beginning of something far greater than a single victory, the beginning of a campaign by a united Eorzea to drive the Guardians from our lands. Promises and platitudes mean naught without action, but the Alliance took the field and risked their lives for our cause. Ha! To think that the last time Gardanian troops trod this soil was more than a century ago, during the Autumn War, that was defended against our invasion. Ours is a long and bloody history, to be sure, and it gives me heart to see that despite our acrimonious past, we can still together for the sake of the future. Oh, say, Commander. This is why I intend to go from village to village and spread the word of our victory and our new alliance. The people will flock to our banners. Just you wait and see. Indolent, Alize, I cannot thank you enough for your assistance. You're welcome. Things are looking up. When men go as one, Conrad wishes to thank you for all you have done in such a short time. Well, back to cutscene, I guess. Owing to the efforts of you and all We've accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your service, Scions. Yep, that's what I do. I see operations here have been proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take it your efforts to gather new recruits were successful. Indeed. There were several amongst the Science ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom I come to present. Commander Camp, if I may. My name is Anandov Lentinas, a half-breed, as you can doubtlessly tell. I'm here to fight for a free Alamigo. For Alamigo were women like my mother are never made to suffer. Pray you grant me this honor. You are a true-born son of Garabania, same as me. This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely to take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the signs of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in the position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I will propose to General Aladin that we draw up plans for assault on Castilium of Velodania. And, in the meantime, we will make that what preparations we can. Are you not going to introduce the other two people? Okay, that seems kind of like a jerk thing to do. Hey, here's Arenvald. Fuck the other two you brought with you. What the fuck? Meanwhile, in the royal palace of Alamigo. What? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, it's this guy. He has a golf bag of swords. This seems a little dramatic. Hope this isn't DMCA'd. Because this is out of my hands. It literally is just a golf bag, and it has stands and everything. Oh, this blonde-head Jared-looking motherfucker.
Alliance forces have occupied Castrum Orients and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges.
So we're just gonna ignore that entire song. And that rather difficult fade out right now.
Save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
That isn't something you want.
Near total. Go on.
Ah.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work.
Thanks?
The stubbornness to survive is not without worth. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Buddy, I think you just dug your grave.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
Oh, you are fucked, bro. So that armor, really gaudy.
My lord,
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes. Why, when confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance?
For plot reasons.
Because my honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands. Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings. Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my house.
That's intense.
And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
Oh, hey, she's here too.
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan. You do forget yourself.
Bet she didn't have any
Only
ideas.
by the grace of Lord Van Baelsar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposal.
I'm sorry, who died and made you the leader, Viceroy?
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Well, that doesn't bode well for us. Right then, I've got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you in your said duties. We are here to help, after all. Three of us have been busy, so I will understand if you require time to rest. If not, however, it would seem sensible to assist our allies with their preparations. We'd be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Alright. Guess we're gonna have to look around. Future rust, future dust. Bevis is certain he has seen you somewhere before. I beg your pardon. The woman who bested Gaius Van Belisar wishes to offer her assistance. I say this is highly irregular, though I have heard it said you have a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, for the occupation, I was a humble historian. While my duties leave me scarce time for aught else, I think it important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had my mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters, ask them the motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down these statements in this log, and, Indolent, thank you for your service, now and ever after. Finally, people are grateful for my contributions. Oof. Nice cool weather as of late. Autumn is finally moving in my area. We don't have to have fans on as often. Makes it nice and cozy. Sweater weather, rather. Why did I join the Resistance? Well, you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets. A passing soldier snapped up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him. I wanted to find a form of steel in his gut for his troubles. Found my way here. That was that. That's brutal. Alright. Let's see, what else do we need to go? Right over there. Let's get that stuff. Ah, that weather's really sporadic. I was just a cook before all this. It's a buffet, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. They believed, you know, there's always need for cooks, or at least people who can work with whatever the foraging parties turn up. Oh, you got a dash of green. Alyssa considers the cookpot with a frown. You want to help, do you? See how I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended? Could you go and ask Tebe for a variety of herbs? 6 sprigs or so of whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it may seem. Depending on the recipe, doesn't really matter what sort you add. So long as you add something, I'll be here when you get back. What are we talking about? Over there. Oh, they're running amok. Amok. Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand. Afraid I can't spare that much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. The remainder you'll gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'd be surprised what you can find growing underfoot, even in the reach. Okay, now I'm apparently professing in herbalism. Let's grab that. Alrighty. There's one. Someone across there. Can we swim? We can swim here. Ha ha ha. Alley-oop. Another herb, and I see a guy ready for an interview over there. Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know why you're bothering to ask someone like me why I joined the Resistance, but it is simple. If I wasn't fighting for Alamigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not. And if you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship. If you live long enough, you'll die stealing someone else's land, like it's not, but that's a choice. But me, I'd rather die here. That's understandable. Okay, where are we headed next? Why? Why indeed? To save lives, perhaps. Or to make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Guardians, eh? Or where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. All walks of life. Ye wayward brothers, the Nita battlemaid is not one to be trifled with. You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I'm a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this eve. Yet nary a one has come. Perhaps they were given the wrong time or location. I do not know. They number 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them unto me, should you chance to find them. Sure, let me just pluck these herbs. Herb gathering. Herbage. Herbage my verbiage. Huh? Training? Gah! Was so busy practicing to impress the others that I completely forgot. Thank you. Yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever works. Ah, 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was I by the questions of whether Alamigo should be a monarchy or republic that I neglected to attend my training. How silly, I know. Till we drive the Imperials from our lands, the question is moot. Okay. Varied lot. Hey buddy, I got your herbs. Ah, there you are. Got those herbs I asked for. Here you go. Thanks. That'll do nicely. And, sorry to impose about you, miss. Thought you were another recruit. Didn't realize until after you were, But to answer the question that's probably on your mind, yes. It's always like this. Have enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though, that comes at a cost too. Too many villagers, too many children, more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must, and we never lose sight of the dream. Teacher calls for me. I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling magic armor, you see, and... Ah, yes, of course. There is no time. If you would excuse me. I need to stop doing so many voices. This is taking a load on my vocal cords. Starting to sound like a smoker. Well, at least that feels like it. Well met, Indolent. Have you spoken with the freedom fighters as I asked? Here you go. Fascinating as they are varied. You have a knack for convincing others to bear their hearts to you. Could not have done better myself. Many years from now, when the tempestuous times pass into memory, the accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Oh, we're still looking for recruits. Ah, 90. Let's see. Oh, there's one right there. Faint-hearted. Let's see. I could give him, Wedge's voice and cadence. Oh, bugger. You sent me the snake, would you? I heard one of the 4 recruits doesn't live through the training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger. Oh, bugger. Uno mas. Uno mas, uno mas, uno mas. Alright, one all the way across the lake. And I think we're done with the 3 chores we found thus far. Alright. Up over yonder. I know. I'm late. But I had to say a prayer for my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. That's fucked up. Happy Sep Gaming, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Belfort. Enjoy your time and relax. Our recruits are present and accounted for. My thanks to you, Strider. Not all appreciate the rigor which I train my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials are so kind. This is a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare thee well. Token of Faith. Token of Faith. I mean, Token of Faith. A swarthy resistance fighter is at wit's end. Damn it all. Damn it all. Where could it have gotten to? Oh, pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground, as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it. Aye, I'd be him. I did this morning that which I know for certain. I've not left the rage since, so it's got to be around here somewhere. If you got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent some time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I'll look around near the officer's pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know. I could just as easily buy another, but even so, please, help me find it. Too true, my man. Alright, so it's around yonder. We can do that. We can do that just easily, huh, chap? Let's go ahead. Oh, that was simple. Sparkly. Alright, time to find the dude. Oh, he's up over yonder. Alrighty. I swear I've searched high and low, but it just don't turn up. There you go. 7 hells, that's the one. That's my lucky ward. Your godsend, sister. For as born, my mother had made pilgrimage to the Temple of the Fist, where she, like many others, received the blessings of the monks. And then Theodor came and burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. And after him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still kept to the old ways, as do many others. And when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories in the scripture, as my mother taught me. That's nice. Where one Alpha now? Crossing the Vale of Danya, Alvaro has been making himself useful to the Resistance. And with that, Another task is complete. Ah, indolent. I hear you have been keeping busy. Aye, that she has. And we thank her for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training. Stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Monago, I would have you present my proposal of assault to Castrum Velodonia to General Aldean, personally. What's going on over there? Of course, sir. And you and yours planning to return to Castrum Orianis before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? It seems a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well, I'll be waiting for you at the pass, but not too long. I expect Kryl and Y'shtola will wish to remain here to support the Chirurgians, but nevertheless, we should go and ask them. Alrighty, let's head over there. The things we do for giant beds. Howdy, 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 Y'shtola and Kryl. Oh, gutsy. This Artemis. I'm a giant rabbit wife with a giant sword. I see. That would explain the sudden flurry of activity outside. This joint operation marks a turning point in the conflict with the Guardians. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance should go on the offensive and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. God, if that isn't a sentence. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support, as was the case with Ishgard. However, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor less on others' behalves. This is war, and every sign must decide what part he or she may play. I'll fight for Alamigo, for my father, for Yida. I'm in it to the end. The choice was made for us ere we were born, brother. The Empire marched on Eorzea. They would stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Belisar and Van Darnius were but the first to try. Though your further is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course of the same mind. The present situation is untenable, and further complicated by the existence of Ilbert's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly and openly intervene. I thought this foregone conclusion given our actions thus far, but if you require renewed affirmation, then yes, I'm still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since first pledged to serve Matsalu Soa and the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea by any means necessary. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, doubtless more to come after. I came here from Minfilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I like to stay with Y'shtola for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Indolent, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmund, the woman who slew Gaius Van Belisar and some half a dozen primals besides. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. Many look to you as a hero and heap great expectations upon your shoulders. But you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. Do you guys got a giant bed? I'll fight for a giant bed. Something comfortable that I can just get back and relax into. You know? Let's see. I'll fight. The Empire poses too great a threat. We can but carry on for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. As long as there's a battle to be fought, I'll be there. To be frank, Alfie, this isn't my fault. Fight, but I will do what I must. Oh, let's go for that. That sounds most Frey-like. Well said. Well said indeed. Take care, you Stoller and Kryl. And do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance, Lyse. I would ask that you remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, and or Minaga will leave without us. Yeah, this sounds like a good idea. Let's split up the gang before we go to war. Might I persuade you to join us, Indolent? Should you wish to give your decision for consideration, Gaston Orionis would seem an apt place to do it. You need not answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Minaga to wait a little longer. Rabbit wife nod. Okay, let's go meet up with Alfino. Over yonder we go. Where we'll stop, nobody knows. So, you will be accompanying us. Full glad am I to hear it. I mean, I don't exactly have a choice. That's just where the next spiky ball is, and that continues the story, so I have to go there. All set? Excellent. Let us be off. Let's head to Casham Orionis? Orenius? Whatever. You know what I mean. Welcome back, comrades. What news? Greetings, General. I've come with Commander Kent's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations. In addition to welcoming many motivated young Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As a consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike when the iron's hot. Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castellium Velodonia. Capture Velodonia? That will not be easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are to ever push east towards the capital. There's no profit in delay. It is only a matter of time before the Guardians learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kep's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Velodonia watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and anyone know this one's. If there are no objections, General, might the Signs join Marshal Tuke? Rabbit nod? By all means. If that is all, let us be about it. Alright. Conrad and the General have all run mine, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyway, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about the reconnaissance mission, and see how he would like to proceed. Pippin. In Crimson it began. Pippin is looking forward to the assault on Castellium Velodonia. Thank you for volunteering to join me. It should be fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission, so long as we do not have ill fortune to run afoul of an Imperial patrol. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Velodonia. we headed? Oh, wow, well, all the way down there. Alright, let's get to it. Should I hire someone to chauffeur me to these destinations? Just to be abysmally lazy. Okay. A big ass bear. That size of that chunky lad. That guy's a full grown unit. What a chunky lad. That is some good piano. What the fuck is that? Stay the hell away from that. Ah, hell. Well, that thing's definitely dead now. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for a long watch. That said, it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready in the event of a passing patrol stumbles upon us. Or worse. Upon reconnoitering Custom Velodonia, several several cutscenes will play in sequence. That is never good. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Yeah, here we go. This is when shit hits the fan, as per usual. It's quiet. Too quiet.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father.
Give me a telescope. And
Cannon
there it is.
fire. Where did it come from?
Oh no.
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh gods, it's Ralga's reach.
A little soft on that line read, but okay. Yep, that shit's definitely on fire. Who summoned Ifrit?
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
You don't think... Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
Yeah, no shit.
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
Well, there goes all our new recruits. F's in chat. Pretty sure they're all on fire. Or not. They're just being cut apart. Okay, that isn't much better. God, I want the outfits.
Forward! Forward! Give them no quarter!
You!
Manfred, no! God damn it, Manfred. The one guy I likes thus far.
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
I like how one's like a calming voice and the other one's just angrily Scottish. Oh, god damn it, Manfred. Well, now I have to kick her ass. Mother fudger.
Mavrid!
Damn, Lace. Oh shit. Here comes Golf Bag Man.
Well, well.
God, this
Stand
guy.
aside, pilots. This one has promise.
This guy should do ASMR. That voice is like velvet.
She's not like the others.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
Oh my god, it rotates.
Seven hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
Xenos ASMR?
Oh, you are a dead man!
Yeah, I want to count on that. Seems like final boss material. Yeah, look. The punching ain't doing shit, guys. Run.
So spirited, and yet so empty.
Finally, a guy with armor who's actually doing what armor should do. Oh god damn it, you stole that?
A magical barrier. Alas. It will not save you.
We just got Yestola back. Really? Oh god damn it.
Hold the line, Byrolga! Hold the line!
Wow, everybody's just dying. Man, we run slow. Hey, Kryl. How's it going?
Kryl!
Alphino!
Me?
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
No, they're just setting off fireworks.
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the reach, this will all have been for naught.
How pragmatic.
Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall?
Aye, sir.
Ah, he's got an accent to him.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern.
Yes, sir.
If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
I mean, Alphino's a healer, right? No?
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
Yeah, so let's just stop talking when we could have had this conversation on the way there. Oh boy, okay, we'll have to fight the final boss, I guess. Wow, this is a short expansion.
over now.
The Imperials came from nowhere, started cutting people down left and right. Force was on the way. Spread the word. We should keep moving. Found it. Nothing for it but to fight. Alright. Time to do with a tank. And you're done. Those monsters. These people had surrendered. It's not too late for the others. We must hurry.
For the glory of the flames!
Slow your roll then, Master Chief. Everybody on me. So are these motherfucking wolfmen? A motherfucking wolfmen. Done and done. They took lives and the others deep inside. You've got to. There you are. Come get a licking. Yeah, well, you killed Malfred, so. Warrior of Light. That's who I am. In theory, anyway. Oh, we got a cutscene. Oh, here we go.
What took you so long?
Bitch, did you see how far we had to run?
Alphino, I need your help.
Oh, there goes our healers. God, that's the light of the crystal. It's so blinding.
My lord, the prisoners.
See to your men, pilots.
Here we go. I'm not liking the look of this, Odd.
As you command, my lord.
your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
I'll try. Seems a bit early in the story to fight you, but sure. Let's go. I have no need for this rabble. What do you mean, no need for this rabble? Fucking hell. Oh, we're getting our ass beat. That can't be good.
Give me something to remember.
Okay. How about the 21st night of September? More of them? Oh, great. Golly gosh. Oh, this ain't good. Run, 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 run. But, lacking nonetheless. Oh, let me get rid of that. Yeah, I heard you the first time. Oh, we are just doing nothing to this guy.
Don't stop now.
Alright, if you insist. What the hell are you doing now? Ow. I didn't hurt it as much as the first time you did it. Great, this shenanigery again. It would seem I misjudge you. This ends now. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, down for the count. Holy shit. And it's a cutscene, of course it is. We have to raise our level, chat. We have to get to 70 and then kick his ass. Hey, our armor actually worked.
Pathetic.
Yeah, well, so is that. What is it? Fabio hairstyle from 1970? Fuck off. With a bun that just won't quit. Nope, just a pompous prince in armor. With a ridiculous golf bag. Aw, man, I was hoping to see them fight. That would have been awesome. I haven't seen real Bond fight since the end of ARR.
Shall we give chase, General?
Nay. There has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Alright, so what the fuck does this read us? Xenos just kind of killed all our new recruits. And handed us like a one-sided loss.
You alright, lass?
Yep, I'm fine. I really wish I had a giant soft bread.
Aye, I do not doubt it.
Mm-hmm. I'll kick his ass next time. Uh-oh. We're getting horror music that we usually preserve for the echo.
Don't you die on me, Ashola! Hold on!
Don't worry, it's going to be all right.
Yeah, Cryo's on the case. She's using the light of the crystal, which you can see
Alphinaud,
is blinding.
Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
I mean, Ishola got cut across the
Stand there
chest.
gawping. Hold her down while I work.
She's already down. Well, that's Ishola out for the expansion, I guess.
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Give us a hand, would you, Lise?
Of course.
I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
Who the fuck's gonna carry Conrad? Okay. Let's get this. Let's have a look around, see who else we can find. You did well, Indolent. You saved lives, no matter what happens. Remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. The fires fade. The haunted look on Robon's eyes speaks volumes. See to the wounded, Indolent. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Alright, let's go help some people. Mefred! Wake up, my man! Mefred lies motionless, having breathed his last, clenching in his fist a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was not what I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. Minago, Mefred, where are you? There you go. This is... He's dead, isn't he? Mefred was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 moms, so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrade loved him for that, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men to Quarrymen away because he thought they were fighting for him and not the cause. Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the kind of man who should be leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive. Not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to that, Master Kemp. There never is. Who stands, who falls, in the heat of the battle. We can do our best, as he did. Mefred will be sorely missed. Aye. But because of this sacrifice, many now live who otherwise could not. And they need us. Now more than ever. Aye. Aye, that they do. Forgive me, I had high hopes for him is all. Bereft of hearth and home, Rago's Reach is no longer safe, as Pippin well knows. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure. As Alphonse said, it is those who survive whom we must think of now. Rago's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they can return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Casham Orionis will need to be taken by Chocobo carriage. Agreed? Nod. Good. I shall oversee the preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, we'd have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. Alright. No simple task. Let's get to it. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. I am a rabbit wife with a giant sword. Oh, I see. In that case, you're free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Alright, let's have a look-see. Alright. See this to the end. Miss, Marshal Took said you might have something for me. There you go. 12 be praised. This should put the driver's heart at ease. So the Vice Marshal, we await his orders. And a cutscene. You sure and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by your side the entire time. Thank you, Cryo. I'll walk alongside. You'll need protection in case the Guardians try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be the one of the carriage? I'm not as frail as I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see that you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Casham Orionis. Guess it's up to us to liberate Alamigo now. Divide and conquer. Conrad is a man struggling to cope with a bitter reality. You saved a good many of my men, and I can't thank you enough for that. But the fact remains our forces were decimated. The state will not be mounting an assault on the Casham Vodidania or anywhere else. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects But first, we need to put our affairs in order. Afterwards, I'll join you all at Castle Orionis. Understood. I will go and speak with General Alden. Let's have a look. Have a look, have a look, have a look. Where the hell are we going? Oh, there we are. Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straight away to Specula Imperatorius. After quitting this place, it would seem he's lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemies. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away. But Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motives, this is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castle Orionis. We can discuss our path forward there. Alright. Let's head on over. See what our prospects are now. Cutscene. Cryo is with Y'shtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Cryo says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, I would have hoped for no more. Just pray that she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen. The Skull's commander cut down Mefred. Single blow. And that was it. Everything he fought for. All his hopes and dreams for the future. Gone in an instant. Do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Guardian who did it. It was an Alamegan. Gods help me if I've ever... No. No, not now. Not while the general was raiding. Oh, Lise. Shit is getting intense. Oh, still cutscene.
Were it not for the swift actions of the Scions and the Alliance, many more would have died. You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
You're welcome, even though I didn't do much.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefred with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Crania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation. Sons and daughters of Gir Abania, raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails. It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors, but they're our children. Our flesh and blood. If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Holy shit, you're fucked up.
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
Listen to the girl. We dare not suffer our comrades' sacrifices to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included.
Keep me out of this.
God help us if he's next in line to the Garlean throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
Don't worry, I'll get to level 70 and you guys can chill out. I have a feeling you're about to tell us.
Well, to put it simply, we have one legatus overseeing two provinces a world apart. I say we divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on two fronts.
Where did the Doma?
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised, and I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Have faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there, and make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
So we're off to Doma. It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government here or anywhere else. And I'm quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves, and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important that the multitudes whom we would free from the imperial oppression, whom we will free. Lies, lies, damn lies and pirates. Alzay is contemplating the logistics of a journey to the Far East. Oh, got another cutscene. Cutscenes galore here. Where men go as one, there's life. Where there's life, there's cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must find a way to reach them, although it is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I am one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is. But before we discuss that, there's another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as a liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during the critical period. Moreover, as Y'shtola cannot be left unattended. Then, I should obviously remain. Very well. Issue addressed. You know, Alphino, it would have been quicker just to ask and markedly less pressurizing. Roast him! Roast him! Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after your stolen and provide support to Arnveld and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Oh, let's not dream of it. Right then, sister. Indolent, please, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lumensa. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going home. Play me that sweet Limson music. Play us our theme. Yeah. Good, solid Limson music. I love it so. Hey, what are we doing over here, guys? Totaro should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Meadowweb lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You're right, in as much as we will traveling by sea, regrettably it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large field reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then, it is equally infeasible to sail an Ocean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice. Which leaves us with only one other option. Speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Cavalier of the Kraken's Arms. Hey, it's this guy. I remember getting you spices and trying to recruit you. The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement. Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outbursts. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. But where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain exonerating circumstances. Our small lizard wife turned into a giant rabbit woman. She still has a giant sword, but she'll not stop talking about a bed. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing us to be proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from the gods-filling merchants out on high seas. Whatever privateers the Kraken Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our I'm not going to pronounce that, keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Whatever. Oh no. Well, I for one think the captain has a point. The Five Seas can be extremely treacherous, and many poor unfortunate souls has to come to grief out there on the waves. Why, When we were in Isgard, I heard the tragic tale of how the heir to House Durinder vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor Count remains convinced his son still lives and would pay a sultan's ransom for the news of his whereabouts. Oh my god! Is she blackmailing him? Truly a tragedy for the ages and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. But so long as you are prepared to abide the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kugane and Hingashi, as I butcher the Japanese language. My god. Well, we will require time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Bye-bye. God damn, Tataru, that was fucking savage! Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed comforting and capering the Forgotten Knight seem rather better spent, do they not? That said, I'd intend to press the point more obliquely. There was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Cavalier squirm. Tataru is fucking dangerous, god. Tales from the Far East. Alvino is thinking of ways you might pass the time. I say, we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alize, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Urianger on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in event of an emergency at sea. How prudent of you. Very well, I should go and speak with them. What of Indolin and Lice? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide would be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, we will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Indolin. And this seems like a good time to call it a stream. We tried and evidently failed to revolt in Alamigo, and now we're just about to head into Doma and gather information. But we will not be doing that. Tomorrow, I want to do a little Stormblood, because we only have tomorrow, and then Friday is October, which means I'm going to have to start playing my spooky games, which means a whole month without any Final Fantasy XIV, unless I can sneak it in on some weekends. But, with that being said, tomorrow we will be doing the Meanderville quests. I just wanted to start Stormblood, get to a stopping point, and then do the Meanderville stuff. So that's what we'll be doing tomorrow. So today was Stormblood, tomorrow Meanderville, and then Friday is going to be Scary Games. Thank you so much to Jackie the Trash Can for the raid. Pappy's Sub Gaming and Alchemist Tapes, thank you for the follow. And I will see you all tomorrow. Have a pleasant day. Bye-bye.